all this. You know,
Smolder mid lane.
They were like, hey, look, Ornn wasn't enough late game for us. We need a little bit more late game. Lock in the Smolder. If it goes late, we have...
Playing it because he has been a bit of a fan of Poppy Top for quite some time, but holding on to that flex until the very end was really, really smart because they could have put that into the bottom lane if they like the look of the matchup. See whether Cuz can do it again or whether it's DRX finding their first win as we jump onto the rift for Game 3. Just coming from the Korean broadcast as well. I could hear those.
Yeah. I mean, it's never a good feeling when your fate's out of your hands, but that is the best case scenario for Quantum Freaks, right? They win this and they have to just sit there and pray. You'd much rather be able to win and that get you into playoffs, but they don't have that waiting for it to spawn is not where you want it to be.
This is also not where Andal really wants to be either, as the Ignite goes down onto Leaper. Remember, he doesn't have the flash, and Teddy thrown out as much as he can. Andal going to flash away, but there's the hook onto Leaper. Is it first blood? And it is! Almost looking for another one as a flash forward, and Teddy will pick up a double.
Gets the double kill, will go down, but Alistair gets the gold, and now
Rascal. He's in a little bit of trouble here. The flash does come out, and Rascal slicing and dicing, and he's going to be totally fine. Lilia turns up and says, you'll be okay, mate.
Wave denied. It's 2 kills for the Ashe versus 1 kill for the Alistair. DRX more than happy with that one.
Yep, absolutely massive. And now Teddy has the Berserker's Greaves, and he's feeling very, very good about how this bottom lane is going. Bulldog starting to struggle a little bit as well in this matchup. We saw BDD, the one that debuted this Smolder in the mid lane. Since then, we have seen another one. And it does kind of work out after you get a few buttons online, as Cuz kind of getting to be at the forefront of the attention. As, all right, can they get the Renekton in here in time? Is Sponge going down so incredibly low? The Valkyrie forward, and Bulldog does lock down the Lilia. Cuz going to get sliced up, though, and Rascal gets one for himself. You saw the idea there a little bit early on Sponge, but still, it is a 1-for-1. Not a lot of mana as Bulldog still flashing for the kill. That he's not going to be able to pick it up still. That is one auto, and Satab would have been dead. He is all out of potions.
This is capitalizing.
Well, another arrow going to hit. He's only level 5, and the Alistair is going to go down. Eventually, there he goes. Teddy going to be able to lock that one down as now Sponge, the rampage continues as Bambi frolics into the mid lane. Does get the flash over the wall. He's going to put the man to sleep. Watch out, Eep is exactly that. And maybe he is just dead. The flash comes forward. They do manage to get the Keeper's Verdict, but Dudu doesn't have the steadfast presence, so isn't able to keep the Zyra alive. The Dominus comes through from Rascal. Cole, the Meek, gets most of his health bar back. Champions Pleta has won on this season. I'm glad that they went back to the Naught this time around as Satab. Oh dear, he's just dead, really, really dead. Advantage as Sponge does take down the first grub, but now the teleport comes in for the Renekton. Leaper can actually influence the fight from very long way away with that curtain call, but the arrow is going to connect onto Cuz. Curtains do get called, but Mum does too. And now the slicing and dicing will start. Cuz gets cut up first. Rascal now trying to deal with Dudu as it's a bloodbath in the pit. Bulldog trying to keep himself alive, but it's Satab that's stacking and killing here in the pit. Dudu trying to get himself out of there, and he will be successful, but not in the fight. Up that turret. They should be able to also get the top outer, as Dudu did decide to go back home.
Yeah, especially as they can see them on the Dragon, but they're like, no, we want to make something happen. Bowling Ball?
Bowling Ball will connect onto Leaper here, as the Drake will go down, but now the engage has started. Andal with the ultimate, and that's the interrupt, and a massive knock-up from Pleta. Cuz is going to get eaten by the Dragon. It is a Chemtech Soul, but I don't care if you're distracted, Orcs, because I was too. A massive team fight once again for DRX.
Second you put Pleta on a champion with agency, he just takes over games. Sponge, though, doing a fantastic job there as well, but they're just picking Quantum Freaks apart. We're going to see the tower go down. They might even get a tier 2. There's Smolder on the bot lane as well. This could be... Doesn't look like it's going to be that triple tower take, but it will get another charge. And things are quickly getting worse and worse for the side of Quantum Freaks.
Lilia, every single game is now Pleta finds a max range hook. Of course he does. As Andal gonna have to flash to get himself out of the way of that one, but the arrow will of course find him. He has to press the ultimate in order to get out, but the Keeper's Verdict is not going to connect. Grasping Roots does come on through, and Pleta gonna have to just put up the anchor to get himself out of there. Not wanting to risk anything, he is just going to flash his way out. And DRX are going to be kept away for now, but that's without Rascal there. So he is looking to take down an inner turret.
Yeah,
you know, move over towards this dragon that's going to be spawning in 7 seconds time. And I don't know whether this is one that you really want to pin your hopes on. I think Satab looking to try and farm some more of these stacks without a chew.
It's one of those things where,
yeah, depth charge range does come on through, and Rascal rotating over at exactly the right time. Mom flies down. That's going to soften them up, but no big engage as the arrow will connect. But onto Andal, not really one that you want to be fighting. Lilting Lullaby still up and available.
Satab just hit the spike. He's past 225 stacks already.
He's a monster. And it's only 21 minutes into the game. My goodness, there's the flash forward from Dudu. The knockup on a Rascal is gigantic, but so is he. Oh God, this Renekton is so big, and now he's just having a party in the backline. Bulldog goes down, and Sponge is an absolute monster, spinning around doing donuts on Kwandong Freaks right now as Lipa is burning, burning, burning. And he will be able to keep himself alive thanks to the fleet footwork. But DRX, they don't care about that. They're looking for a Baron. Probably non-chip, so it was quite
recent. Since the last time a former challenger jungler has looked good.
Yeah, precisely. Satab, the cast curse is pretty powerful here. Oh God, he has to flash. Satab almost just kills Cuz 1v3, and now Rascal's looking to finish the job. I don't know whether it's necessarily going to work because Cuz is kind of kiting him out, and the Renekton's going to go down as well. DRX, I don't think conga lining one after the other is going to be the answer here, especially when you got a Baron to hold on to.
So maybe Quantum Freak's not feeling so bad about it. Another Teddy arrow. I mean,
this guy.
I think you're learning a lesson.
Getting back up to the positive numbers here. Still not massive or anything like that. And now Rascal could be in a little bit of trouble. Dominus is going to get popped, but with the steadfast presence, it's really difficult for him to get himself around. He's slicing, he's dicing, and the Call the Meek does do a fair bit of work as Lipa is in trouble. But still, they do manage to get through the Crocodile. But they're going to sacrifice their inhibitor in the top lane for it.
Yeah, look, DRX always taking extremely problematic.
Yes, thankfully he's in a side lane as Rascal now possibly caught out once again. Dominus up and available, and he is just going to set up the slice and dice onto Andal. He's going to have to flash forward to look for it. Doesn't actually headbutt Bold. Does come on in, and that is Lipa locking down the kill on the Croc. Remind everyone that Lilia does exist. The Baron, Dragon will be secure. The Chemtech one, not the Hextech one. It's the tech at the end that really gets me.
Yeah.
And I prefer to be saying Hextech, let's be honest. Chemtech is just a little bit less interesting. Okay, here's a bit of a wraparound from Andal. He's on vision pretty early in this one as the flash out from Teddy gets him into a decent position, but can't say the same for Pleta. Mom comes down, Arrow is going to go wide this time though, and Bulldog is able to keep himself alive. DRX showing a few cracks in the armor right now.
Is this enough? They're trying to bait them into the Baron area to make something happen. You can see Bulldog going for the recall, the TP in. I think they're saying, look, we only took out the support, but this might be the best shot we're going to get. We've got to make it happen.
Yeah, Sponge is still very, very scary, but 4 versus 5, this is a very, very dangerous option. Still, you got to throw a Hail Mary if you're this far behind, and there's the headbutt pulverize. It's going to connect onto the Renekton. There's Andal trying to take matters into his own hands. The curtain's being called there, and Sponge will be able to tank it up as the Baron's still going here. And it looks like they're just going to have to give it up. The map. And that is going to be the inner turret falling in the mid lane. Dudu possibly in trouble as Steadfast Presence comes down. The dice is going to be interrupted, but not the hook. And the depth charge is going to deny any follow-up from Bulldog. Mom gets angry. Andal going down low. And Rascal continuing to wrap around, looking for these angles. And Sponge is so fast, and he's out very, very quickly as well. He's fast and squishy. Gets health bar back in again. This Dragon isn't one that they're going to be able to fight over, but now DRX with control of the area, and the curtains have been called. Not really doing anything consequential right now. And Teddy just throwing out these volleys. Bulldog possibly in trouble, is immediately going to get out of there. The depth charge is going to come through, and Mom just comes down and cooks him. The Corki is dead once again as A Chu does rain on over, and Andal, he gets back in there, I think realizes that he's probably just definitely dead.
This could be it.
And Leaper, oh god, this dragon just does so much. Still Dudu is able to kill Teddy on the back end of the fight. Kind of massive there as the flash forward from Sponge. He has to go golden, the hook comes on through as Rascal, everyone just trying to pile in enough damage onto Dudu, who's so incredibly tanky. I think they're going to need Satab if they want to kill him, and I think that they might be able to do so. The heroic charge over the wall is fantastic. And there it is. DRX do manage to take him down finally, and they win out in the fight. Going to be removed, and now everything just goes dark. DRX face checking right now. So many control wards in here, so much to get through. As Leaper back at full health as he's walked back from base.
See Andal looking, he's the one with flash, he's trying to find angles.
Yep, there's the pulverize, it's going to connect onto two. The slice comes forward as Sponge is looking to try and dance around this fight, can put them to sleep as the arrow is immediately cleansed once again. Rascal goes down and Satab wasn't even there for this one. As Kwandong Freak
got flash.
Yep, he's on a control ward, so they know exactly where he is. As Satab inside the pit right now. There's a pulverize, but it's not the biggest. It is going to be the secure there for Sponge, and now the curtains have been called. Don't really let Mom get. The gigantic crocodile gets into the back line. Bulldog trying to kite it out, but of course the anchor is going to land. And there is Rascal securing it. Still, Leaper, can you actually be the hero? Can he find it? 280 carries against one. And I don't know whether Leaper likes these odds. Flap, flap, and oh god, this small dragon is actually much larger. The crocodile is dead, so at least he takes him down. But Satab and Teddy are now going to get to work on the base.
And this should be enough, because it's going to be up in 25, Andal is up in 15. It's no longer a question if can they defend, they have to just do everything they can. Andal has to buy time, the 80 carries looking to end this game, and Kwandong Freak's playoff chances.
Yeah, they're going to do so much damage to these turrets. The first one's going to go down in the blink of an eye. 1 second, and Andal is going to be back up again. They want to make sure that they're not tanking up this turret. As okay, never mind. The arrow is going to connect. Andal's just going to get eaten by a dragon. Now it's Cuz's turn. Can you stop this from going down? Remember, this is the playoff hopes of the Kwandong Freaks. The Nexus is being focused. Cuz is going to go down, and DRX will say not today to the Kwandong Freaks. The Nexus, and that is the main thing. As we have a look at the damage done, Bulldog did do the most. He was absolutely massive in this one. But in the end, I think a little bit more consequential was that of DRX being able to just lock down their enemies in the team fight.